terrifying and unbelievable story about Dabbat Al-Ard, the creature that will appear with the rising of the sun from the west, one of the greatest signs of the apocalypse. A being that separates good from evil, a creature that carries the staff of Prophet Moses and the ring of Prophet Solomon. It is an enemy of disbelievers and a supporter of Muslims, moving with incredible speed, capable of traveling around the world in a fraction of a second. Are you ready to hear the amazing and unbelievable details of the life of Dabbat Al-Ard, the great sign of the apocalypse? Then let's start the video. Before watching, make sure to follow our channel, like this video, and stay with us. In linguistic terms, Dabba refers to creatures that need to eat and drink and that come out of the earth. In the Holy Quran, there are verses and signs about Dabbat Al-Ard as one of the major signs of the apocalypse. When the time of the hour approaches, we shall bring forth a creature from the earth to speak to them, for the people did not believe in our signs. The Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, peace be upon him, said in his hadiths, "Three things, when they appear, will make believing no longer beneficial. First, the appearance of the Dajjal. Second, the emergence of Dabbat Al-Ard. And third, the rising of the sun from the west." Hudayfa al-Ghifari narrates, "One day we were talking among ourselves when the Prophet of Islam arrived. He asked us, 'What are you discussing?' We replied, 'We are talking about the Day of Judgment.' The Messenger of God said, 'Indeed, the apocalypse will not come until these 10 signs appear.' He mentioned the appearance of a great smoke, the emergence of the Dajjal, the coming of Dabbat Al-Ard, the rising of the sun from the west, the descent of Prophet Jesus, the emergence of Gog and Magog, the appearance of 3 major sinkholes, one in the east, one in the west, and one in the Arabian Peninsula, and finally, a fire that will emerge from Yemen, driving people towards the plains of resurrection. Dabbat Al-Ard will appear when the world is engulfed in darkness, sins are rampant and openly committed. When the apocalypse is near, it is said that its form does not resemble any animal we have ever seen. Its entire body is covered with long hair, so much so that you cannot tell its head from its tail. It can speak with humans and will proclaim to people that all religions other than Islam are false. God will give it such speed that it can circle the world in the blink of an eye. It will leave a mark on everyone's forehead, identifying who is a believer and who is a disbeliever. When it writes on the foreheads of Muslims, their faces will shine bright, while the faces of disbelievers will turn dark and gloomy. It will not harm Muslims. It is a creature that defines the boundary between good and evil. Fatima bint Qais narrates that the Messenger of God said, "When Tamim al-Dawri, a Christian, pledged allegiance to us and embraced Islam, he narrated a story similar to what I had told Muslims about the Messiah and the Dajjal. He said, 'I and 30 others from the tribes of Lakham and Judam boarded a ship and set sail into the sea. Because the weather was unfavorable and the sea was stormy, we were lost amidst the fierce waves of the ocean for a whole month, until we came near an island. We boarded the small boats of the ship and went to the island, where we encountered a hairy creature. Because of its excessive hair, we couldn't tell which end was its head and which was its tail.' Abdullah ibn Umar said, 'I know it. It is Dabbat Al-Ard, the creature that will appear at the apocalypse.' Those on the island, amazed, asked, 'Who are you?' And it replied, 'I am a spy.' It told us, 'Go to the monastery nearby. For a man there is waiting for news from us.' When it spoke of such a man, we feared it might be a possessed demon. We quickly entered the monastery, and there was a man inside. He was the largest human I had ever seen. his hands extended from his neck to his knees, and his heels were bound with iron chains. I asked him, "Who are you?" He replied, "You will soon hear of me." Then he asked, "Who are you?" We said, "We are a group of Arabs, traveling by ship. But the waves of the sea led us astray. We were lost at sea for a month, until we arrived at this island. On the island, we encountered a hairy creature, and it told us, 'A man in the monastery is eager to hear news from you.' So we came here quickly. The man asked us, 'Tell me about the date palms of Bazan.' We asked, 'What do you want to know about them?' He said, 'I'm asking about the trees. Do they still bear fruit?' We replied, 'Yes, they do.' He said, 'The time will come when their fruits will cease.' Then he asked about the Sea of Tiberias. We asked, 'What do you want to know about it?' He said, 'Does it still have water?' We replied, 'Yes, it does.' He said, 'Its drying time will come.' Then he said, 'Tell me about the spring of Zawar.' We asked, 'What do you want to know about it?' He said, 'Does it still have water?' We replied, 'Yes, it has abundant water. Farmers use its water to irrigate their fields.' He said, 'Soon, that spring will dry up.' He then asked, 'What news do you have of the unlettered prophet? What has he done?' We said, 'He has left Mecca and settled in Yathrib.' He asked, 'Did the Arabs fight against him?' We replied, 'Yes.' He said, 'What did he do to them?' We answered, 'He prevailed over the Arabs.' He said, 'Obedience to him is better for them. Let me introduce myself to you. I am Messiah and the Antichrist. A day will come when I will be freed from captivity. Then I will set foot on the world. I will live for 40 days. And in these 40 days, there will not be a village left without my visit. Only Mecca and Medina are the places I am not allowed to enter. Because whenever I want to enter, the guardian angels protect the gates of these two cities and will stop me.' The Prophet said, 'I had told you this.' The companion said, 'Yes.' The Prophet said, 'I wonder that what I said matches with the narration of Tamim al-Dari. Do you think he is in the Sea of Syria or Yemen? No, he is in the east. When the time of his appearance comes, the rings of the Antichrist, which are tied in 76 places, will unravel one by one, and he will be freed from captivity. Then he will spread corruption in the world. The beast of the earth will announce to the disbelievers that the apocalypse has arrived. God will expose them by having this creature speak, because they rejected the most explicit speech, the Quran, that the Prophet had brought to them. For this reason, God will clarify the truths to them through the tongue of another creation. But at that time, the faith of the disbelievers will no longer benefit them. Abu Huraira narrates that the beast of the earth carries the staff of Prophet Moses and the ring of Prophet Solomon with it. With its staff, it illuminates the faces of the believers. And with the ring of Solomon, it seals the foreheads of the disbelievers. So when they gather at a table, those with glowing faces are believers, and those with sealed foreheads and dark faces are disbelievers. Based on this hadith, the beast of the earth is an extraordinary creature that will establish the foundations of the great Islamic state. There is no doubt that whoever carries the staff of Moses and the ring of Solomon will have a great personality. On that day, the believers will have smiles on their faces, and the disbelievers will have gloomy and distressed expressions. The reason for calling this creature the beast is that it makes the faces of disbelievers sad, and it comes out of the earth. According to Ibn Jarir, from the narration of Hudayfa ibn Asid, the beast of the earth will appear 3 times. First, it will emerge from the desert and then disappear. While the disbelievers are spilling blood in some cities, it will appear for the 2nd time and then disappear again. The 3rd time, while the Muslims are in the most honored and grand mosques, the earth will start shaking. People will flee, and a group of Muslims will be left behind. The beast of the earth will rise above them and make their faces shine like stars. Then it will move. Whoever it chases, there will be no escape for them. And whoever hides, it will find them. It will approach a man who is praying and speak with him. It will say, "I swear you are not from the people of prayer," and seal his forehead. We said that the beast of the earth will make the faces of the believers shine like stars, and the faces of the disbelievers dark and gloomy. The scholars believe that the beast of the earth will appear when the advice to do good deeds is abandoned. In a verse from the Holy Quran, it is said, "When we decreed death for Solomon, nothing revealed his death to the jinn. They were occupied with the tasks Solomon had ordered them to do. Then a worm started eating his staff until it broke, and Solomon fell to the ground. The jinn then realized that Solomon had died." Whatever calamity comes upon humanity, it is meant to wake up those who have gone beyond their limits and indulged in oppression and immorality. The prophet of the Muslims considered the appearance of the beast of the earth to be one of the great signs of the apocalypse. He said, "It will appear at the time when the sun rises from where it sets. It will appear at dawn before the people. When any of these signs appear, another one will soon follow. When it appears, it will find Satan, who did not bow to Adam, and seal his forehead." Many believe that the beast of the earth could be a virus, a microbe, a television, radio, internet, or even a robot. According to the latter view, the time will come when the robots created by mankind and artificial intelligence will put the world at risk. They are made from materials extracted from the earth's mines, coming out from underground, and also speak to the people. Hence, this view has emerged. Some also believe that it is not necessary for the beast of the earth to speak like a human. Maybe its language is symbolic rather than verbal, like traffic lights that don't speak but convey much to us. Therefore, what the Quran briefly says, we cannot definitively say what the beast of the earth really is. We only know that it is an animal that comes out from the earth to stand against the disbelievers who follow the Antichrist, Sufyan, and the people of Gog and Magog. Since it has been said that it is a type of animal, some say it might be the same worm that ate the staff of Solomon, which will eat the bones of humans like wood, from the nails of their hands to their feet. God knows the truth better than anyone. Now, with all this in mind, what is your opinion? Is the beast of the earth a virus, a microbe, an extraordinary creature, or an animal? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoy these types of videos, make sure to follow our channel and join us for the next videos.